Oh, it's you.
Good morning, Yudaka.
Good morning, Master Terra. You seem well rested, as that errant spot of drool might attest.
What? Oh my.
After you wash your face, come to breakfast. GT Labs has something special planned for today.
It seems like it's been forever since I've had a good meal.
Your goal at mealtime seems to be the annihilation of your food's flavor via weapons-grade spices. I fail to see how you can deem these good meals.
Even if it's just rice and spice, good taste is in the tongue of the beholder.
I would usually agree. In your case, though, Master, I find such an argument utterly unconvincing, to put it mildly.
Mildly? There's nothing mild about that opinion. You're just being rude. That sure was a breakfast worthy of GT Labs HQ. I never thought they could get all the spices in there.
So, Master Terra, you're claiming that spices are actually not your primary source of sustenance?
Hey, did something happen?
The bridge is just ahead. Let us go see.
What's the news on communications?
There's barely a signal and a ton of noise. This is a complete mess. It won't hold long.
Systematically screen out the noise. We need to pick out every word we can.
Hey, what's going on?
Terra! Perfect timing. Listen, we have an emergency.
Noise eliminated. Voice and transmission optimization complete. Am I good or what? Replaying message now.
Help us! Hear us! Please respond! We don't know what happened. We suddenly lost gravity.
This is
GT Labs HQ on Earth. Can you hear me? Respond. Transmissions terminated. They're not responding.
What was that message?
It was from the Mars branch of GT Labs. They weren't scheduled to contact us for 2 days, but they suddenly sent a message this morning.
Not a standard howdy-do, I imagine.
No.
Gillian, what are you seeing on the asterism?
Pluto will be sharing his report momentarily.
You might want to sit down. Even I can't believe what I'm seeing here.
Observation data from the asterism incoming. But this is impossible.
Calm down. Breathe. You won't get anywhere otherwise. Just report what's coming in, okay?
It's gone. The entire planet. Mars has disappeared.
What? Could there be a mistake? We're still able to receive messages from the Mars branch.
I've exhausted all possibilities. Mars isn't showing up on observation from any angle. It's like it was never there.
But they just sent a transmission. Are you saying the planet vanished in an instant?
Guess we'll have to go and see for ourselves, huh?
Are you serious? There's nothing showing up on the instruments.
If we go and nothing's wrong, no harm, no foul. We have to determine whether Mars is truly gone or not.
There is the possibility that our sensors are experiencing some manner of interference.
True. We can't make decisions on conjecture and blind guesses. We have to observe the situation directly.
Yes. Also, there was something in that message that worries me.
The part that sounded like lost gravity, right?
Yes. Only the relayers are capable of that trick.
This makes sense even if our comms or sensors are experiencing interference. The relayers are a life form, far beyond human understanding. It'd be child's play for them to disrupt our instruments.
Himiko, what's the word from your stars?
I've got a bad feeling about this. So do the stars. I can't see them in the daytime, obviously, but it's clear they're anxious.
Then let's go. Quickly.
Hold it. Going to Mars isn't like going to the moon. Even a one-way trip takes months.
No need to worry, Isaac. Have you forgotten the asterism's full designation?
The experimental supergravity vessel asterism. I see. With a supergravity drive, you won't need even a month to get to Mars. But I can't authorize this. The asterism is an experimental vessel. It's made such trips only 2-3 times, and only over short distances. Mars is out of the question.
But we have to take that risk. We don't even know if Mars still exists.
There's also the matter of the Martian monolith. If the relayers are active on Mars, then forget about the Mars branch. Recovering the monolith is our top priority.
What's the Martian monolith?
What? How could you possibly not... Never mind. Yodaka, Himiko, fill her in.
It wouldn't kill you to do it yourself.
The so-called Martian monolith is a cube-shaped stone first photographed by one of NASA's Mars rovers in the year 2008. Just like the face on Mars, the monolith was once held to be the work of a sentient race. The face, though, is just an accident of geology.
But from the sound of things, this monolith isn't.
Right. I've only seen it in photos, but it really is a monolith, not just a random stone. And, as we discovered when we got to Mars, there's more than one.
We think that they're a message left behind by an ancient Milky Way civilization. The Mars branch was researching and analyzing the monoliths.
I see. The value of that research is self-evident even to me. Very well. Permission granted to go to Mars.
Thank you, Isaac.
Attention all staff. Set a course for Mars. All hands, make immediate preparations.
Grandpa! Our warehouses are full up.
We're over our weight limit.
Idiots! What difference does it make in space? We don't even know if we're going to be able to resupply. Pile it on!
Do take care of our young folk now.
Looking forward to our partnership. We'll look after your kids, don't you worry.
We appreciate your cooperation.
No need to thank us, especially when a generous reward speaks louder.
And as your helpful hired privateers, we're gonna work to earn that reward. Just sit back and let us do the heavy lifting.
Looking forward to working with you.
And apologies in advance for any trouble TAC causes.
Hey, seriously? I'm the weak link now?
Look, I know we're in a business partnership, but how did we end up forking over Stellar Gears to them?
Ever since the original one was hijacked, GT Labs has been considering upgrading its military capabilities. But, as you know, GT Labs is a research organization, not a military force. We're forbidden from maintaining an arsenal.
That's why you formed a business partnership with us. We have our own private military after all. Atlas dispatches its units in emergencies, and GT Lab supplies us with its cutting-edge technology.
Thanks to our clash with the Star Council, it came to light that they were innocent of collaborating with the Relayers. So, Atlas and GT Labs entered into private talks.
I see. It's reassuring to have the #1 military supplier on our side.
Gillian, there's something we need to discuss. You might want to sit down.
What's wrong?
Your daughter, she's disappeared from the hospital.
What? When?
We first learned the news this morning, but she's apparently been gone for at least a week. Neil and the others on the Intelligence Bureau are on the case.
The timing couldn't be worse. Isaac, please keep looking for my daughter.
So, you're going to Mars?
It's not like I can help if I stay behind. I became captain of the ship for her sake, to ensure she can live in a peaceful world.
Thank you. Don't worry. We'll do our very best to find your daughter.
How's Mizuno? Is she coming around?
No, seems as if she's still asleep. As if I would expect anything else. Honestly, how long is that slacker expecting me to tolerate this?
Is the hospital safe? I hear the military has its tendrils in there.
I understand GT Labs hospitals have a VIP wing, so she's probably alright. I've heard she's under guard as well.
They're really pulling out the stops for her. Mercury, there's something I need to tell you.
And what would that be? It's not about the tomatoes and eggplants I was growing, is it? I told you before.
It's about Lieutenant Prince. I asked someone I know in the military to check up on him for me. To be honest, I don't know how you're gonna take this, but I think it's better you hear it now.
I think I can guess. He was released as commander of the 404th, wasn't he?
He was court-martialed. And the other day, he was executed by firing squad.
What? I see. I wish I had expressed my thanks earlier. Say, son. You said he was executed, correct? If so, then who is that standing right over there?
Hello, ladies.
What are you doing in that creepy mask, Lieutenant Prince?
Maybe you're mistaking me for someone else.
As if that 2-bit disguise could pull the wool over my flawless eyes. You could at least make an effort to emulate his manner of speaking, you know.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm Observer. This ship's inspector.
Still intent on playing games, I see. Suit yourself. Honestly, how could I have been so blind before?
By the way, Ms. Your sister, who was rescued, how is she doing?
She's in the hospital, still unconscious. Thankfully, looks like she'll make it though.
I see.
Son, let's get out of here. We don't have time to waste on the likes of this man.
Yeah, sure.
Second Lieutenant Prince,
Come on. I'm not.
thank you for saving my sister. I failed to tell you before. I won't make that mistake now.
This dose should do it. Now, where's the rubbing alcohol? If worst comes to worst, I could always use my handy-dandy magic spit.
Uranus, if there's anything I can do to help you.
Like you're in any shape to help anyone. Keep up that talk and you're getting a rectal thermometer right up your butt.
What a shameful suggestion. No way. Not into it. Try Terra.
Kinda disturbing that you would rat out your friends so easily. Man, and that one seems like such an angel, too.
Back on topic. I do feel horrible lying in bed, all by myself, while everyone else is fully mobilized.
Look, we all have our roles to play. What's yours?
I'm a pilot.
Then focus on getting back to full strength. If you strain yourself to help now, then you won't be back at 100% when we really need you.
My body truly must be cursed. Some child of destiny I am. Why would the will of a star choose a body like mine as its vessel?
Beats me. But, you know, maybe it's precisely because you were so determined to be strong and proud despite your frail body that the stars chose you.
I'll suppose I'll take your word for it. But frankly, I think you're humoring me.
Oh boy. Just listen to your doctor, okay?
Say, Uranus.
What now?
Thank you.
So Luna's going to Mars too?
Yes. Isaac asked us to take her along.
Perhaps the more diplomatic expression would be making her our problem?
That's the cover story. Seems more and more people at GT Labs and in the United Earth government see Luna as dangerous. So, the idea is to take the heat off Luna and keep her safe from those people till everything dies down.
Considering all that's happened, such a measure is most broad-minded.
So, anyhow, Luna, you're going to be going with us to Mars. Pack your bags.
Maybe save that conversation for when I'm not around next time. Wow. Even the first star's got no tact. But, it's not like I've got any objection to your little excursion. Hopefully the Earth gets blown up while we're gone.
You look like you just heard something alarming.
Indeed. This vessel is headed for Mars. I understand.
Yes. Perhaps you should take one last look at the stars from Earth prior to departure.
Unnecessary. The sight of the stars from Mars also holds interest. I will gladly accompany you.
By the way, got any guesses as to what that repulsive force signature on Mars is up to?
Unknown. However, our objective is the revival of Aphrodite, not indiscriminate destruction.
In other words, there's another key to Aphrodite's cage on Mars?
Unknown. However, if my brethren are on Mars, it is a possibility.
All right. Preparations for Mars complete. I think we're ready for takeoff.
A rare situation for you, Himiko. What's next? Getting struck by a stray meteor?
Hey, Himiko? Oh, Tara. What's wrong? Do you have... Oh, I know. You still need help with something before we take off, right? No sweat. But in return, I want your pudding. And you have to keep me company while I stargaze tonight, okay?
No, I'm already set to go. I didn't have anything but the clothes on my back when I came aboard the asterism anyway. I wanted to ask about Niall. Why didn't you invite her aboard the asterism?
Niall is a pilot, isn't she? Her assistance in combat would have been valuable.
Well, I would have liked to, but...
You're being evasive, Himiko.
Niall was a soldier. Special forces. If she resigned through the proper channels like the captain, there wouldn't be a problem. But if she didn't go that route, if she deserted under enemy fire, she would be intentionally hindering her comrades during battle. That's a profound betrayal of a soldier's moral code. At best, she would be hauled in, court-martialed, and thrown in jail. At worst, she would face a firing squad.
How dreadful. To think we have firing squads in this day and age?
You better believe it. Isn't that right, observer?
Yes. And she is in the 404th Special Forces. Deserting to a ship that has given them as much grief as this one would make it all the worse.
Well, you would know.
Actually, I don't. Another reason we can't just invite Niall aboard is that she's a satellite.
You mean an enhanced human, augmented by artificial means to have the same powers we do?
The price of these powers are side effects. A collar the military uses to keep the satellites under their thumb. The satellites require medication at regular intervals to maintain their powers.
So Niall has two collars holding her back.
Yes. If she wasn't a satellite, I could invite her aboard to protect her. But...
I'd put my faith in Uranus. Despite appearances, she's a first-class doctor. I'm certain she could set Niall free. Furthermore, things seem to be rather awkward between you two right now. Perhaps you could consider the Mars mission to be a cooling-off period.
It'd likely be a prime opportunity for Niall to cool down, too.
At long last, I'm going to Mars. When I was on Earth, I always dreamed of running away to Mars. But everything's different now.
You have changed as well, Master Terra. For the better, I think.
Really? It doesn't seem that way to me. But if it's coming from you, it must be true. Oh, that reminds me. How are we gonna get there?
Right in the asterism, of course. It is Earth's very first experimental supergravity vessel, after all, complete with a massive supergravity drive. We don't even need launch gear with a supergravity engine. We can break free of Earth's gravitational pull with velocity to spare.
I'll be issuing your orders on behalf of GT Labs. You are to use the Asterism's supergravity drive to head to Mars and investigate and resolve the anomaly on the planet and surrounding sector. Use all resources at your disposal. The situation might be more dire than we've anticipated. We have no idea what's happened on Mars. This is no ordinary mission. Tread lightly.
Finally, before we depart, I need to go over your combat assignments. Terra, Milky Way, Mintaka, you're our assault team. Our snipers are Himiko and Uranus. And we have 2 scouts, Mercury, and Alnitak. On tank duty, we've got Sun and Alnilam, another two-person team. You 9 are the Asterism's combat squad for Mars. We've got a tough road ahead of us. We can't expect resupplies or reinforcements. Also, our mission is to investigate the anomaly on Mars and find out what happened. But we are all going to make it back to Earth alive. Remember that.
It's time. Himiko, give the order.
The Asterism once again sets sail upon the Sea of Stars. Our destination, Mars, the 4th planet from the Sun. Experimental supergravity vessel Asterism, engage.
Good evening.